Hi there, welcome along to my channel here on YouTube. Really good of you to watch, and we're going to have another box opening and review today. This is something that's a bit more of the bread and butter of the Bachmann range, so without further ado, let's take a look. What we've got here is one of the offerings from Bachmann, and this is in the branch line range, as are most of their wagons these days. And it's one that's been in their range, the base model at least, for quite some time. It's the 5-plank open wagon. But we've got it here, appearing, I believe, for the first time in the LMS grey. This is catalogue number 37-070. And this is something that I'm hoping that Bachmann keep in their catalogue for a good length of time. You know, I'm quite happy for them to bring them out with new running numbers, but certainly in this livery, it's a wagon that's a real boon to any modeller that's modelling the Big Four period. And they brought these out to suit all four of the Big Four companies. So you can get this in Great Western, Southern Railway, LMS like we see here, and also North Eastern Railway, London and North Eastern Railway. But this particular example, I've got this because living as I do in the northwest, I'm slap bang in the area that the LMS originally served. So my model in the shed, Bolton Trinity Road, is nominally based on Bolton Trinity Street. So if I want to run in the Big Four period, it would look kind of strange without some of these. Now, the base wagon has been in the Bachmann range since, I believe, the late 90s. It was one of the first that they introduced, along with the 8-plank open and the 7-plank end-door tipping wagon. But what was strange is that certainly the 5-plank wagon, to the best of my knowledge, has only ever been issued in a Big Four livery in a Southern Railway, guys. And that's a wagon which I bought back in the day and waited patiently for them to bring out matching wagons to suit the three other companies, and they never did until comparatively recently. So I've picked up one of the Southern Railway ones to go with my original one, but I've also picked up this. Now, the 7-plank end-door wagons have been equally poorly served. And I think originally there was a North Eastern Railway end-door tipping wagon and also a Great Western one. And we've seen both of those reissued with new identities. But they've also brought out suitable wagons to go with Southern Railway and LMS. Now, the LMS is one that I will be getting in the future. But for now, let's concentrate a little bit on the livery that this is in. Now, the base model we have reviewed in a number of videos. The most recent has been the 3-pack of the Great Central specific wagons that I reviewed a few videos ago. So I'm not going to dwell too much on the detail. It's a stalwart of the Bachmann range, and it's still as crisp now as when it was first introduced, gosh, nearly 20 years ago. It's amazing how time flies. But we've got a crisp livery application. Well, initially what we see is we've got the LMS grey, and this was the grey that was applied to all unfitted wagons, of which this is one. And then we've got the very crisply applied LMS. This is all tempo printed, but the quality of the tempo printing is what we've really come to expect. So there doesn't appear to be any blurring of the edges. And we've also got the running number there on the side, and we've got some of the wagon plates. We've got the wagon plate there, LMS build, and it will have the same running number as painted on the side of the wagon, and also a tear weight on the side. As for other tempo applied stuff, I'm looking now. No, there isn't really anything else, but you wouldn't expect anything else. It's quite a simple, basic livery, but it is well executed. And this type of wagon would have been quite numerous. They probably numbered in the region of tens of thousands, with minor detail differences, but we can forgive all of that for Bachmann providing us a really good, out-of-the-box, high-quality wagon. So now this is perfect for adding to my LMS rolling stock for Trinity Road. The buffers themselves appear to be metal turned. They're not sprung loaded, but it doesn't really matter to me. We have separately applied coupling drawbar on there, and also underneath we see we've got the slimline tension lock couplings in a NEM pocket. Now if I turn this over, they're not cranked. I think some of the earlier ones when they first came out were cranked, which led to a lot of complaints from those modelers who wanted to fit them with other types of couplings. But they've fixed that, so a change of coupling to KDs is actually quite an easy thing to do. We've also got our separate brake gear down each side, and these are separately applied after the main body has been painted, so we get a really nice crisp finish between the black and the grey, and I just like the neatness of that. It looks really good, and it's something that if you were building a kit wagon, say, it'd be very difficult to get that kind of sharpness, but Bachmann just get it ever so well between the separately applied parts and the tempo printing. On the underside, we've got the disc wheels with the 3 holes, and these are the standard Bachmann wagon wheels. They're pretty good, actually, to be honest with you. I've never had a problem particularly with these. It's pretty free running, and what I will be doing is when I get this on the layout, I'll be adding a little drop of oil on each of those bearings. Not too much, otherwise it'll run down onto the faces and cause other problems, but it'll be a sterling performer, and I've got every faith of the Bachmann wagons being like that, because they always have been. There's no quality control issues that I've really been aware of. Bachmann have really got themselves on the ball with that. The inside of the wagon, we've got the detail of the planks. There's a very, very rough detail of the inside of the doors, but as you'd expect, the way that these are made in the moulds makes it very difficult to have too much relief detail on the inside, so we can forgive quite a bit of what may or may not be missing in there. But other than that, the plank detail is nicely done. The inside colour, this kind of dark brown, works particularly well. So overall, what we have here is a good, solid freight wagon from the Bachmann stable to suit the Big Four period. So I'm very pleased with this. Well, I hope that was informative to you. Don't forget to like this video, share it too, and also subscribe to the channel if you've not already done so. You'll be the first to know about new videos as and when they go up. But until next time, you take exceptionally good care of yourself. And this is me, Jenny Kirk, saying bye for now. Today's video has been brought to you by my books, Bringing Home the Stars, Twinkle Little Star, and also you can get the complete comic collections of All Over the House, Books 1, Books 2, and also the wacky zany Life of Knob T. Mouse. Thanks, and catch you later.